Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Qigong for Health and Wellness. My name is Susan Churchill, and we have started, we're on day 6 of 14 days for life balance. So, listening to the chimes, let's bring ourselves into peace and then do our Qigong practice to help us to learn how we can keep ourselves, body, mind, spirit, soul, into balance. Hi, Lynn. Feet shoulder hip distance apart, elbows out a little bit, hands in prayer position. Tuck your chin in. Your tongue touches the roof of the mouth. Breathe naturally. Little bend in the knees. Now you can also do this sitting or lying down. Close your eyes and connect to whatever feels like peace for you. You can feel peace coming up through the bottom of your feet, winding through your entire body in chi field. Chi field is as far as your chi reaches. So think about it like, at least as far as your arms go when you stretch them out. And then know that yellow light, you can use yellow light for peace. You use any color you want, but yellow is associated with peace and the stomach system. So you can use the yellow light to find any blockages, maybe even a kink in your back or something, that it can help to transform and release as something beautiful like bubbles or smoke or butterflies. And let that snake up through your whole body and out the top of your head. And feel yourself lighting up. The lower dantian lights up, the middle dantian lights up, the upper dantian lights up. Just lighting up your heart, your lungs, all your organs are starting to light up and fill with peace. And then we feel that go beyond our head out to the universe, further and further and further. And in the center of the universe, beaming down on you, is a beautiful sun. And I like to think of it having the love of everyone you've ever loved and everyone who's ever loved you. And you start to feel that on your skin, the top of your head, your shoulders, your fingertips, and running even through your whole self into the ground. And maybe your knees want to bend a little bit more. And let's just take another minute or so and enjoy this time for yourself. Feel yourself as wonderful as you are. Feel your shoulders soften. Let's take a couple more breaths like this. So when we move into our practice, we're already getting into balance. And then release your hands down and start bouncing from the knees. Excuse me 1 second, I'm going to pop off my shoes. I was outside and then remembered I had promised to go and dip into Master Lynn's head to toe healing book today. So now we're just allowing our shoulders and the weight of our arms actually to pull the shoulders down a little bit, just to give it like a little massage. And then feel as if a little breeze brings your elbows away from your body and separates your fingers. Tuck your chin in, smile. Your spine is feeling pretty aligned already. And let's bring our hands over our heads and let the hands just flap at the wrists. So if you're holding them and you see your hands doing this, then release the wrists. And if you're going like this, which is at a different rate than you're bouncing, then again, release the wrists, okay? Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Try to have your tongue touching the roof of the mouth, even when you're breathing out. Touching the tongue to the roof of the mouth connects the front and the back main energy channels. And those are the ones that we open in a little bit. We're going to do that by tapping above the eyebrows, at the eyebrows and at the cheekbones. So if you drop the piece when you started doing this, pick it up again and feel peace from your running down through your fingers and your wrists and your arms, and just be so grateful for everything you're going to do today and how your body helps you when you're moving and when you're resting. Let's take our hands down to both sides and we'll go side to side, shoulders guiding the movement. Be a little smile on your face. So many of you know this, but if you, I like to have a picture here of my sister. I'll show you. Here's Linda. Hi, Linda. And and so it's fun to have someone smiling, like she's doing a little funny smile at me, so that when you turn, you've got a little target, and it makes you happy. So not only does it help you to turn more, but you got a picture of something that makes you feel happy or whatever. Anyway, that's an idea that I use. Let's say hi to everybody. All right, hi to Lynn, Alicia, Pam, Dorothy, Lily, Martha. I feel like I should have that magic mirror. What was that show? Somebody knows that show. I know it. So, whew. That was the bouncing. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Release what you no longer need. Give yourself a little shake. See how you feel. See if you're already feeling goosebumpy or warm or cool or something. It's all you're doing. While we're doing this, you're being a little detective, and you're learning how to listen to your body. You're learning what it's saying. You're learning its signals. Romper room. Oh my gosh, I knew someone would know that. What a riot. Okay. Let's tap the cheekbones. Tap the eyebrows. And then the cheekbones. These are the front and back main energy channels. So tap the eyebrows again. And let's see if we can feel it this time. So send beautiful yellow light in and feel as if, see if you can feel or imagine yellow light is going down through the center of your body and then the front of the legs. So all that is clearing. It's just clear, 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 clear. And then move down to the cheekbones. I'm doing it backwards, aren't I? I totally did it backwards. Okay, let's erase that. I got all excited about romper room. Okay, so tap the cheekbones, which are the bladder detoxification points, and send the yellow light through. And you might feel it in here. If you've got some blockages in the throat, you might feel something here. And then hopefully it'll open, or know that it will, and then move down. And you want to tap firmly yet gently. Okay, now we're going to move up to the beginning of the eyebrows. And this time we're going to send in beautiful dark blue light. And this is for the back channel. So this is going to run down the back of your back, so the spine. and then the back of the legs. And send dark blue light down. Awesome. And we'll cup the top of the head. We'll cup the base of the head. And come down to the C7, massage that. Clap your hands. Remember, firmly yet gently. Inside left elbow. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Isabel. Nice to see you again. You're welcome. Right side, holding the back of the head, cup under your arm. Left side first, and then switch to the right side. And then cup your hands and do the wind of the lungs. So you're going to hear a little resounding sound, a little hollowness. Then you're in the right spot. So not way up, covering the collarbone. So your palm's not covering it, just the tips of your fingers. And then you'll be in the right spot. And if you're sick, if you got a cold or something, you're just laying in bed, then you can just do this. So remember to cup, not flat hand, and cup, and that's going to help you bring up that congestion. All right? Let's cup our kidneys. Rub with the backs of our hands and the palms. Tap your tailbone. And we're going to put our thumb and finger together, first finger together. If you're learning that, bring your thumb in and tap your hips. I'm going to come down so you can actually see me this time. We're going to come down to the knees. We're going to cup the tops of the knees. And then reach around. And we're doing things in 9s or 9 seconds, 9 being the complete number. Chinese, in the Chinese tradition. Awesome. We'll come up on the toes and down on the heels. You're not going to see my head. That's okay. Avoid this if you're pregnant. Elbows still out a little bit. Otherwise, just know that you're strengthening your bones. Okay? Good. So we didn't do our shoulder shrugs yet. I'm hoping to add those at the end as one of our healing movements. So we shall see if I have enough time with that. Okay, so we're going to start or go to the next part, which is, well, we know what it is. La 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 position. Okay, so we're getting into Shen. So our feet are shoulder hip distance apart. Our shoulders are softened. Our elbows are out. Stretch your fingers and toes. I've done over 1,300, so you'd think I'd remember it every single time, but sometimes I get tripped up. Stretch, 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 like your toes and fingers are growing, growing, growing. And then you release back almost all the way, but feel as if there's a little intention and attention on your fingertips and the tips of your toes, so that it's staying activated. Hi, Christine. Tuck your chin in. Touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth, behind the front teeth. Put a little smile on your face. Feel that joy just bubbling up and creating the smile at your cheeks and your eyes, all the way up. Switch your breathing to in and out through the nose. Feel how your body is balanced and invite balance. If you're going off to one side or the other, or forward or back, or kitty corner, know and say, okay, that's where I am right now, thank you, and invite balance. Knees bend a little bit more, soften the shoulders, chin in, remember. And then we're going to go deeper and feel that life force that's flowing through us. See if you can feel it in your heart, in your lungs. Can you feel it in your kidneys, in your digestive system, in your liver, in your brain, in your bones, your bone marrow, your skin, your hair? Life is flowing through you. And notice, is it more on your right side today than the left? Or the bottom half of the body versus the top? Or what about the front versus the back? And just kind of notice, because we're hoping, we are observing, that's the word. We are observing, becoming aware, and then what our job is to do is to invite balance. And that's when we connect with the mind, with the heart, as an intention. So invite balance. And then we're entering Shen, where we are between being and not being. You might feel yourself solid, and then you phase out into light and back. Or sound, who knows, but it's your experience. That's what's most important. Beginning of the universe position. Thank you. That's what we were in. Okay. So now we'll use Master Lin's password to help us to connect to the highest vibration. So that's, what does it feel like to you? Vibration of the divine, of the unconditional love of the universe. So we can, Master Lin talks about that as like it's got everything in there. So if when we're in this beginning of the universe position and getting into Shen, between being and not being, then the intention we put in can download like all the things we need, different parts, so that it can be made in this little warehouse for whatever we're asking for. So you can ask for health, wealth, happiness. Focus on yourself, because when we fill ourselves up, just fill yourself up. This could be the hardest thing, to allow yourself to fill up and have extra to give others. So if you want to influence people in a positive way, you want to give, you need to have more than a teacup full. You might need a pool or an ocean. And feel that and say the password. I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together. Connect to what's most divine for you. Put in those orders. Awesome. So what we'll do is, keeping that beautiful feeling, we're going to move into, I want to show you what's called arm swinging, which we've done this last, not that many days ago, or it might have been last session. And it's on page 58 of Head to Toe Healing. So this is the Head to Toe Healing. This is Head to Toe Healing book, the book Master Lin created, which has, it's called Your Body's Repair Manual. And you can get it on Amazon or springforceqigong.com. And inside, he has all these different things. So he starts at the head and goes all the way down to the toes of things that can help you out. So this is a picture, if I can kind of get it in the frame. There we go. That's a good thing for brain power, right? Try to get it to line up in the mirror. I think that's a good brain exercise. So we're going to do this called arm swing. So let me show you how to do it, and then I'll tell you about it. So it says stand with your feet a little wider apart than shoulders and look straight ahead, okay? Keeping your hips stationary. We're going to keep our hips stationary. I just want to make sure I read it correctly. Let me read it first here. But you can do it. So stand with your feet a little wider apart than your shoulders. Look straight ahead. Keeping your hips stationary, raise your elbows in front of you parallel to the ground. So like this, but both hands, okay? Keep your arms in front of you and parallel to the ground. So keep them like that. So you don't want to... And your palms are facing down. Your fingers are pointing toward each other. And then you're going to swing your arms briskly from side to side 8 times as you continue your hips staying stationary and your head looking forward. So that's what we want to do. Then we're going to keep the arms in the same position but lower down to the waist level and do that again. Okay, so here we go. So here we are standing, our feet a little more than hip distance apart or shoulder distance apart. Bend your knees. We still have our spine straight, the chin's tucked in, tongue touching the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. You can still have the little smile on your face, please. And we bring the elbows up, palms facing down, fingers toward each other, pointing toward each other, and they're closed. We're not open at this point. Okay, now we're going to try to keep our head. You can continue. You can go and continue as I'm describing this for anyone that hasn't done this before. Keep your head and your hips stationary, and you go right, left, right, left, right, left. So once and again, once and again. Six, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then we come down, and I like the corkscrew, but you can just come down. And I can't stop doing 9. I know he said 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's do that again. So come back up. A little bend in the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. There we go. Coming down to the waist level. 1, 2. And see the difference that it feels when you're up by the at the collarbone or shoulder level, and then down at the waist. So that is a great one for balance. So why is that? Let's read about it. Okay. It's called hard arm swinging. It helps with scoliosis, aches and pains in your spine, spine degeneration, enhancing energy circulation. So bone, balance, balance, balance. So why? Okay, so here we go. How long? About a minute. How often? As needed. So that might be a really good thing if you're sitting at the desk a lot, and then your timer goes off at an hour. Walk around a little bit, do some arm swings like that. Best times are 5 to 9 a.m. and 7 to 9 p.m. You can do it anytime you want, but those are where it would be most energetically efficient. So it says why. There's always a little why box here. Your spine is very important. We know that, right? And has lots of energy channels and nerve systems running through it. Keeping the channels open along the spine helps keep all the energy channels in your body open. So, and then you know how we tap the tailbone. That's another way to open up the channels. So there you go. So I hope that I explained that enough and you got to practice it. And now we'll do our shoulder shrug, so we have time for it. I want to make sure we had enough time for that. So good. Okay, shoulder shrugs to finish off our practice. And we lift the shoulders up to the ears. You know you're doing it right if your arms just swing. And your head goes back. Tongue is still touching the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. You're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you're trying to glue the head directly onto the shoulders. And then after 9 seconds or so, we release down and the head comes up and we feel spinal fluid come up and whoosh. And you might feel chi. I'm getting really hot doing this right now. So that's interesting to do it after the shoulder swing, or the arm swings. And then we're going to pull the shoulders down a little bit. Release any extra tension that might be there. And let's see if we can do, well, we'll do 5 more. I think we can do 5 more. So lift the shoulders up, head goes back. What day is it? No, it's Monday. Okay, we'll just do 2 more because that way you can go see the leader for Spring Forest Qigong every day if you want to do that at 8 o'clock. And if you're not familiar with that, You can go on YouTube one more time, shoulders up, head back, and look up Spring Force Qigong every day. And it will go live at 8 o'clock. And release down. So if you're there and it's not going live, then, just refresh. All right, beautiful. I'd be interested to know if anyone else is got like really a lot of heat from this or any other experience that you're having. Let's rub our hands together and rub our face. And just kind of tap your head and then rub your ears. Pull your earlobes. All right. And one giant 10,000 hand breath in. 10,000 hands coming out. Feel love pouring in whatever form it might be for you today. Accept the gifts of the universe and the beautiful responsibility to give as much as you get. As we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And remember, you're giving what is after you're filled. Okay. I send you many, many blessings and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Okay, bye.